A fresh breeze over the Baltic? No, it's a model landscape at Corporate Technology in Munich-Perlach. Future sustainable energy scenarios bet on regenerative power generation as a firm component in the mix. So does the energy sector. It needs smart grids which can absorb the variable weather-dependent production of solar and wind energy. And electric mobility with e-cars will also need smart grids. In order to test and optimize how future power grids and electric cars can function together, Siemens cooperated with the Ruf Porsche Tuning Company to develop an electric 911, the Greenster, a real muscle car. The Siemens technology in this vehicle is comprised of power electronics, electric drive, and an integrated concept for energy feeds and recuperation out of the battery. The high tech we're getting out of our cooperation with Siemens lets us really make a roadworthy electric car. To kiss the developmental history of electric cars out of their 100 years of snow-white sleep, and to make up for lost time. Acceleration 0 to 60 miles 100 kilometers an hour, 5 seconds. Top speed 150 miles 250 kilometers an hour. Range, special lithium-ion batteries enable a range of over 120 miles 200 kilometers. This is a 270 kilowatt motor, which is something more than 350 horsepower, putting out 950 newton meters, which is then geared down to the factor of 2. That means we're putting 1800 newton meters on the rear axle. That should be enough. This electric e-motion driving excitement need not fear performance comparison with tuned by Ruf internal combustion Porsches. The special thing is, you still feel like a 911 driver. The lack of exhaust sound takes getting used to because people think it's no longer a 911 without the exhaust sound. No, that's not the case. It's different. It's a new feeling, but no less breathtaking. I also find flying in a jet interesting. It doesn't have to be a propeller plane. Recharging takes time, but the Greenster is charged with a 400-volt power current. Filling it up takes about 2 hours, compared to about 8 hours with the usual European 220-volt current. Siemens is not focused on the automotive technology as such, but rather on the electric vehicle power grid interface. Because we at the energy sector are thinking about what impact the electric car will have on the energy grid, on our European and global high-tension power grids. For example, in Germany, changing over to electric cars will result in 15% higher energy demands. If everybody charges the batteries at the same time, it can get critical for the power net. That's why Siemens researchers are working on turning the electric car into a power dealer. For example, via internet or cellular radio, it automatically starts charging when a lot of power out of wind energy is available and the rates are especially low. And because most cars are parked 90% of the time, an electric car could serve as a parked mobile energy storage unit, selling power back into the net when rates are higher. Thereby, the high variations on grid supplies could be balanced, and you could make an extra buck while parking your e-car. It will not be a substitute for the modern internal combustion vehicle. It will be complementary. However, I am convinced that it will relatively soon start to replace the internal combustion engine in application areas, for example, in all operative ranges of up to 300 kilometers per day. I'm giving the electric car a great chance for the future. One e-car is already high up on the winner's pedestal in Little Pfaffenhausen, Bavaria.